Hello everyone, welcome to a new reading. Today I am very excited as my heart has been very warmth. You hear that English? Beautiful. Chef's kiss. So, we are going to do DK's boyfriend reading. Oh my god. So what type of boyfriend will he be? That's the question we're trying to answer right here. I'm very excited to do DK's reading as when I was thinking about it, my heart got very warm and cuddly, and I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be very sweet. And also, I can't wait to hear not to hear, but to read the comments you guys are going to write, because usually when someone's writing about DK, they're very sweet, very nice. Okay, let me get myself together and let's start answering this question. So, what type of boyfriend will DK be? Oh, those are 3 cards. Never mind. I want 1. But for reference, the ones that came out were Firefly, Dolphin, and Crocodile. Now, let me put them back and let's ask again, as I want only 1 card. So, what type of boyfriend will DK be? 2 cards came out! I want 1 card. I'm laughing because my favorite card of this deck came out for DK. Now, I have to say that this tarot deck, I don't really like to use it in my videos because it's kind of like, I really like the deck, so I don't really use it. But for DK, I was like, you know what? I don't mind if my cards connect to the beautiful energy that DK has. So I was like, you know what? It's okay. You can have them. You can use them. I'm saying that to his energy as I read for him. But yeah, my favorite card is the Four of Pentacles. I hope I can get through with this reading, because I'm just saying, like, I'm having mistake after mistake after mistake. Anyway, so the Starfish is the card that represents DK's energy as a whole in regards to what type of boyfriend will he be. Here we have a water element, so this tells me that he is someone that is very sensitive, very connected to his emotions. He is someone that is very in tune with his heart and with how he feels, and he's able to actually feel it and express it very freely. This Starfish tells me that he is going to be the type of boyfriend that, funnily enough, knows how to stand still. I know that you guys probably look at DK and don't really think of that, someone that is still. But I see him more as, at least with the Starfish, it feels like he's the type of person that likes to just settle down. And in this case, I also do mean like having a family and I was gonna say a long distance relationship, but I meant like a long lasting relationship. I'm saying that because the rabbit came up and I'm about to go crazy. And then the Four of Pentacles, I'm about to go crazy with those, so give me a second. So yeah, the Starfish also tells me this sense of regenerating somehow. So I do feel that DK is a type of boyfriend that will do everything in his power to make a relationship work. So I do feel that if things are a bit difficult, he is someone that knows how to stay grounded and rooted, especially with his emotions. Like, he's not someone that usually when people say, oh, you're sensitive or whatever, people take it more as like from a, it's not a negative perspective. What is it called? It has a negative connotation, right? As in like you're weak or it's bad. But in this case, I do feel that DK's emotions and his sensitivity are just that he's able to be very perceptive. Like, he's able to feel them and he's able to understand them very well. But he has a very strong mind and a very strong heart. And what I mean by that is that he's able to work with emotions. He's able to understand them in a way that it doesn't bother him or hurt him in his 3D world. Like if he's working towards something, his emotions don't get in the way necessarily as other people do. Like, you know, when people are trying to avoid how they feel, it starts like making them get stuck and stagnant. With DK, that's not the case, because he goes with the flow. He allows his emotions to go through, and he feels them, and that allows him to be like, yeah, today I'm not feeling very well. I understand that could get in the way of what I'm doing today, and it's perfectly normal. So I feel that DK has that type of personality. But I also feel like if the waters are kind of rocky and things are very difficult and things are not working out well in his relationships, he is going to be like that rock or that stone or like the unmovable force when it comes down to emotions. So he'll be the one that will be able to soothe those waters. So I do feel like he's a type of boyfriend that will be able to work towards that, and he'll be able to make all of that just flow nicely. Now, the other card that I wanted to talk about, and I'm so excited, it's the Rabbit Spirit. So in this deck, in this animal deck, all the animals are usually alone. There's very few that have more than one animal. And in the rabbit, this is the only card that has actually 3 rabbits. And it looks like a little family. And that's why I got so excited when I talked about settling down, because this tells me that DK is the type of boyfriend that wants long-lasting relationships. He is not someone that likes to play around. He is not someone that jumps from one partner to another to another to another. He is someone that actually likes to have very long-lasting and meaningful relationships with him. Because I do feel that he is a family man, or he will want to have a family, and I think he strives for that and he's working towards that. So I do feel that because of that, he's not really he's looking to settle down. So he will be the type of boyfriend that will kind of say, this is what I want. He's not going to shy away from wanting to have kids or getting married or stuff like that, because it feels like that's something that he wants and that's something that he's striving for. But yeah, here we have the Rabbit Spirit reverse with now it's a lucky time. So with it reverse, I just feel that right now DK hasn't found the person that he would like to be with, or maybe he doesn't feel like he's in the circumstances, or he is in the stage that he would like to be to start a family. Now I'm saying that because underneath we have the Knight of Wands reverse. So the Knight of Wands is still a pretty young energy. It's kind of like a teenager type of energy. So I do feel that in this case, it shows that at least action-wise, DK feels like he doesn't have the maturity necessary to take action in a relationship to have it the way that he wants. Now, if we're seeing it from the perspective of like he wants to already be like a father or something, then yeah, I don't think he feels ready for that. I feel that there's still this sense of wanting to explore the world, wanting to learn how he works, and wanting to get to know himself better. So I feel that there's still a lot of self-discovery that DK has to go through before he can even like reach that end goal that he has in mind. So he may feel like it's still not a lucky time in the sense of relationships. Like maybe he hasn't found the right person, or maybe he's not in the right stage or in the right place he would like to be, and stuff along those lines. Like I do feel that he still is enjoying his freedom, but at the same time he's still journeying for a relationship that he could have what he desires in the long future. But he's still not there yet. So I feel like he may feel like, oh, I really want this, but oh, it's not happening. There's no signs of like it could happen soon or anything. But I feel that there's this sense of still having to go through a journey of self-discovery. Because the Knight of Wands tells me of someone that is still learning about themselves, still exploring the world and moving and traveling and learning of different cultures and of foreign lands and stuff like that. The other cards that we have right here is the Pig Spirit with Use Your Mind Wisely. And funnily enough, when I saw this card, I was thinking of abundance and prosperity. And now that I'm looking at the pig, it almost looks like, right here, it almost looks like the yin and yang. So the balance of feminine and masculine energy. And with this, with Use Your Mind Wisely, I feel that DK is someone that goes with his heart so much that he could be a bit aloof, and he can be a little bit too much in his head daydreaming, to the point that maybe he is not too grounded on the 3D, in the sense of he may find it very difficult to actually work in an earthy type of way. It's kind of like if you have water and air together. So it's just very like it's like if you had water flying or just floating in the air. So, but it's I was gonna compare it to rain, but rain does fall to the ground, right? So it's grounded. So all I'm saying is that DK is the type of boyfriend that is a little bit, he has his head up in the clouds. It's a bit aloof. He comes from a good place though. Like he is definitely someone that is daydreaming for, very positive for the best and stuff like that. But I do feel that with use your mind wisely, I do feel that DK may struggle a little bit with having a very good perception of people. Like maybe he is overly optimistic. When you have someone that is trying to see the good in everyone, so that can get in the way of their judgment of people. So I do feel that this with use your mind wisely, there's this sense of like DK struggles a little bit with being able to be reasonable and logical. He may lack a bit of discernment because he's a little bit aloof. He daydreams a lot and stuff like that. Now, the other thing that I wanted to point out is this Four of Pentacles. Usually, the Four of Pentacles has a very like bad energy of being like clingy and like holding on to the material a little bit too strongly. But with this Four of Pentacles, I always see this as someone that is pretty laid back, but is still protective of what's theirs, right? So in this case, I feel that it's trying to represent how DK is someone that really treasures the people that he cares about, and he really cares about them in the sense of will protect them, will not take these people for granted, will definitely do everything to make sure these people are okay. So even though I just mentioned that DK could be a little bit aloof, a little bit airy, a little bit, maybe not as grounded as people may think, that doesn't mean that he's not aware of how the people surrounding him feel. He's aware of how they feel, and he will be that support that those people need, So he will be the type of boyfriend that will definitely care for his partner. He will definitely be there for his partner and, listen to them. Maybe even make them food if that's what like comforts his partner. He will definitely maybe even give like little gifts or take action in certain ways that will bring comfort and show a sense of being reliable to the people he cares about and protecting the people he cares about. Like I do sense a very fierce like taking care of those people. So that will definitely translate to his partner as well. The other card that we have is the Eagle Spirit reversed with Spirit has your back. So I do feel that, especially with this Two of Wands reversed, it feels like DK is the type of boyfriend that wants to believe in the magic of destiny, with life and things just happening. And it's like the right time, the right place, the right person. Like he wants to believe in that. But right now he's in a moment, especially with this Rabbit Spirit reversed, it feels like he doesn't really believe it. It feels like it's like, yeah, I want this, I want that, but life is not giving it to me, and it's not cooperating with me. And I think he's losing hope a little bit. But it seems like he's the type of boyfriend that is also, aside from, being daydreaming a lot, he seems to be also like a visionary in the sense of like he aspires for for this magical moment, right? He tries to make things magical as well. He tries to make things beautiful and tries to make everything feel like a fairy tale. So it feels like he's the type of boyfriend that will want that, and he will want to create that type of fantasy with his partner. But yeah, with his Eagle Spirit reverse, it almost feels like DK can't see the bigger picture. He's focusing so much on his present moment that he can't see the bigger picture of how, the grand scheme of things and how everything's gonna work out. Again, with this Knight of Wands reverse, it feels like he's still going with this self-discovery journey. Like there's still things that he has to do on his own and take advantage of his freedom right now, before he ties the knot and gets married or has kids. I'm not saying that his life is gonna end the moment he starts with that type of commitment. It's just that I feel that there's a sense of there's still things that DK has to learn about himself and discover on his own before he shares that energy with his partner. But yeah, this Two of Wands is talking about being in his comfort zone, especially with it being reversed. He can't see the bigger picture, and because of that, he doesn't feel like the world is at his hands. So he isn't. What I'm trying to get at is that he is not in the magician type of energy. And for those of you that don't understand what that means, is that right now DK hasn't reached the point where he feels like he's at the top of the world and he feels like he can make anything happen. So he doesn't realize the power that he has to manifest what he desires. And I think that because of that, this Knight of Wands could also be describing that he doesn't even know what type of partner he wants. He just knows that he wants, like, he knows he wants this, like having a family, a committed relationship, someone he can care for and take care of. But maybe he hasn't thought of, like, you know, what type of partner he sees himself with, what type of person he will want in his life. Like, maybe he hasn't thought about it enough to the point that life is like, we can't give you this if you don't tell us what you want, right? I feel that that's what they're telling DK, but DK's still daydreaming about what he wants that he doesn't even realize. Also, you know what? There's this thing where people are like, oh, this is an exercise on how you can manifest the person that you desire as a partner, and it's like, what do you have to offer to your partner? And I feel that DK hasn't thought about that either. Like, he hasn't thought of what he can offer to his partner. He just has thought of, like, I want to do this for my partner, right? But I don't think he has thought about the things, the qualities and the characteristics and the things that make him, and how that could be a positive for his partner. I don't think he has thought about that. But anyway, with this Two of Wands, it feels like he hasn't really gone out of his comfort zone, but it also feels like he hasn't even reached a comfort zone, right? He hasn't reached a point where he's like, I feel good about myself. I feel like I know what I'm doing. I know what's in my power. I know how to work with destiny. I know how to work with the universe. And because of that, I feel that he's still working towards that. Like, I feel like this is what this Knight of Wands is talking about. Like, he's still going in this journey about figuring out his power, figuring out who he is as an individual, still learning about himself and learning what he wants to do in life and all of that. So I do feel that he's the type of boyfriend that the moment he realizes this power that he has of being able to create anything, he will be able to offer even more to his partner. So I do see that there's a lot of good things that he has to offer, but I don't know how aware DK is of that. And if he's not aware of that, it will be nice that he starts working towards that, or else I do feel that he could be definitely taken advantage of by a partner. But if he's not finding anyone, I do feel that that could be a sense of divine intervention to make sure that what I just mentioned doesn't happen, right? That, you know, right now there's a sense of, like, he needs to have more of a sense of self-respect, understanding his power, understanding who he is as an individual and what he labels himself as, so like that he doesn't just give his heart to someone that will take advantage of it, and he will be able to have a better discernment and judgment on people, because I did mention that to be an issue with this pig spirit right here. But yeah, with all of that said, I will leave that there. I hope you guys like this reading. I thought it was very entertaining. I thought it was very interesting, because yeah, we got a little bit of, like, what type of boyfriend DK will be, but it definitely felt more like this is where he's at right now rather than like this is what he can offer. Is like, this is what he can offer right now. So yeah, I'll leave that there. I'll see you on the next one, whenever that is. Love and healing from my part to you, and thank you so much for watching. See you on the next one.